everybody, welcome back to Talk That Talk. So we are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you watched the last one, you know we are going to be talking about some reality TV shows on this channel as well. So if you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta, definitely stay tuned over here. So the last episode came out on Sunday. And we finally got to see the altercation between Kandi and Marlo Hampton, okay? So, as you guys know, the ladies are now on a group trip to Jamaica. And, you know, Sonya put this all together. You know, she is Jamaican and everything like that. So, it's really cool to see her in her element, you know? And as soon as they got to the hotel and about to get to Sonya's room, Kenya actually finds a little boo while she is out there. And Sonya was kind of like the wingman and, you know, made sure to kind of hook them up since Kenya showed some interest and the man showed some interest in her. He was looking her way. So, yeah, basically Kenya got his number and everything like that. And she invited him to go to dinner with everybody else because they were going to be doing a group dinner. So basically he gets to the group dinner and he is basically, you know, all out in the open to all the drama and BS. Now, first, they decided to, you know, grill him, ask him questions. We found out he's like, what was he, about 36 or something like that? So he was in his mid-30s. And, you know, they was asking him if he wanted to date an older woman, which I thought was so shady. And the editors made it seem like Kenya was like 60 years old on that little age chart they did. Super, super shady. But then it got to the real juicy part, okay? So basically, once they kind of stopped asking him questions, you know, they started to talk about Drew and Drew's husband, about him choosing not to adopt Drew's child because they started talking about the book that the husband is working on. Okay. So Marlo kind of inserted herself in that. And, you know, she didn't think that it was right. She asked her how Drew felt about that, with him initially wanting to adopt her child, but then backing out of it. And he explained how he was talking to the biological father and how the father really wasn't okay with that. So he didn't want to take that away from the biological father. And Marlo, you know, just jumped her opinion in there. And Kandi hopped in and her nephew, and she brought up the nephews, how, you know, she probably should have handled that situation a little better. And the two started to go back and forth. And Marlo ended up saying that Kandi was only known in Atlanta. She takes care of men, and started to bring up a lot of old things that Mama Joyce was saying when Kandi and Todd was about to get married, and how, you know, made it seem that Todd was only there for Kandi's money. Okay, and this really set Kandi off, and it also set Todd off. And Todd also gave us a little background tea and said that Marlo bought her way into being on Real Housewives of Atlanta and that she wasn't friends with nobody, you know. And Marlo brought up the fact that she was brought on through Phaedra, when really Phaedra only got a whiff of Marlo because she was trying to use Marlo's knowledge against Nene. So yeah, I mean, I don't think they were really friends. I don't know how they got introduced, but yeah. So I'm going to play you guys a clip of Kandi because she did talk about this on her Speak On It video. So I'm going to show you a clip of that.
But they did play like a little piece of when I was saying
about the show that she fucked up.
Well, they cut most of that out. They did say just a little bit of that, but I said more because I was like, you always want to run around talking about a boss. They didn't play that, which I thought was funny. Because I was like, she's so fucking insecure. Every time you turn around, she'd be like, oh, you think you such a boss. You this and that. That's what she was saying.
But you are the boss that had her boss that was about to boss her up.
I got this bitch a whole TV show on another network. They cut that out, clearly. They don't want us to talk about things that's dealing with other networks and stuff. Which is understandable, yeah. Right? But we just gonna say...
But she know the real.
Well, let's not talk about what's been cut out. Let's not talk about what's been cut out. Let's talk about the simple fact is I got this bitch a whole TV show on a whole nother network when she was not able to be on our show for a while.
Correct.
There were a few years, I don't know if you guys remember, it was like during that time where her and Nene was arguing, whatever, they did not have her back on our show as a friend for a couple of years straight.
Correct.
She didn't really not know what to do with herself, do with her career. She came over here and met with me and Todd.
Mm-hmm.
The same guy she got on the show.
The same one she just disrespected.
he was like, "Yo, let's go ahead and try to pitch a show with her and the network, or whatever." We took the idea to another network about doing a show around her. They was like, maybe we could, but it got to be more fleshed out. We took the idea, we fleshed it out. We got some more people to put around her to make a show about her fashion. They picked the show up. It was greenlit. Started doing hiring production crews and everything.
We were 1 day away.
1 day away, she effed the situation up because she wanted to go back as a friend. And so she started acting up with the people of the other network. She wanted to go back as a friend instead of being a real bitch and be the main bitch on her show.
And could still have her own show right now and be a boss.
Yeah, well now she finally got a peach, so she's probably happy about that. But let's not forget, I was the main one begging and asking. I want to say begging, but I was the main one asking why y'all not giving her a peach yet. Why y'all not, even after the situation that she messed up at the other network, I still was vouching with her on this platform to say, y'all should give her a peach. Y'all should give her a peach. She gets on here, finally get her a peach and want to show out on me. Anyway.
Now, what do you think of this situation? If you're following us on TikTok, which is @TalkThatTalk_, then you can check the comments, because I do review the show on there more regularly. You can check the comments and see how many people feel that Marlo should basically be off the show. A lot of people are really angry at Marlo, especially us finding out the detail of Kandi helping Marlo out and giving her a TV show to be on, starring her when she wasn't on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for a few seasons. Kandi has a few ties to Marlo as well. So it's just shocking. Just as Kandi said, as soon as she got her peach, she went straight after Kandi and was calling her all types of names and saying a lot of bad things about her. So there's a lot of people who feel that Marlo should be off the show, or that she's just better as a friend of the show. And a lot of people are taking Kandi's side. So how do you guys feel about this? And also, I did see Andy Cohen post that they're getting ready for the rhoa reunion and to submit your questions. So what questions do y'all want to know? What questions do y'all want Andy to definitely ask at the reunion? Because clearly there is a lot going on, okay? And we need more answers as to why Marlo is going so hard on Kandi. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.